seen you in a week, yo.
I know, right? How's your week been?
The trials and tribulations of living in L.A. and trying to pull out of your driveway. Last scene, Anna Marie had cracked the front of her car coming out of her driveway.
What? How did that work out?
Well, that worked out really kind of cool because I went to a place that was
the way they make these bumpers, it's all plastic almost.
Dude, it's like ripped the
you
whole
replace
bib off.
the whole thing.
Snap the plastic little couplings that they have underneath.
Yeah.
And of course, that's $1 bazillion to replace it. The bib and the front.
It's all one piece the way they kind of make it.
Right. And I remember as a kid, I worked in a gas station right when cars were going into the overseas assembly market. And I remember a guy getting out of his car and slamming the door of his car and screaming, "It was a piece of shit! Piece of shit!" And I'm like looking at his brand new car, and I said, "It's gorgeous. It's a brand new car."
Yeah.
And he said, "Everything on this car is plastic."
Yeah.
Because aerodynamically, they were, gas prices were going to go out. They're going to do it. But any kind of fender bender, whatever you do is like $1 bazillion to replace, and it takes nothing to tear it apart. So I'm all dismayed about, my car is pristine, never had anything wrong with it. Now I got to go figure out how I can attach the front bib. And there's a Mercedes dealer that's right near my house over on Woodman. The guy's a collision center. Mm-hmm. And he came out, wonderful man, looked at it. I said, "I'm new in the neighborhood. How much will you cost? All I want to do is just get it so where I can go through the car wash and line up."
Looks like one piece again. Yeah.
He did it for free.
What?
I was like, "Are you give him a shout out?" And I'm gonna find his card. I was like blown away over the fact that I can do it next week, but I was blown away over the fact that everything in his parking where he was.
Yeah, the parking lot.
Yeah, was like, he was so proud of how clean the area was. Mm-hmm. But it was wicked clean. I mean, there's no two ways about it. If you got to bring your car somewhere, the guy's a Mercedes dealer. I will give him if you got collision, because he's good, because in LA, everybody kept telling me, "Oh, they're going to take you, they get you in there, they're going to tell you," because it's all insurance.
Yeah,
and he said, "What do you want to do? Is this something you go into insurance? You just want it to look good?" It was awesome. So, when you find genuine people, it's like, give them a shout out. And what about you?
Which you haven't done. But okay, we'll do
it
later. We'll do it later.
As I'm digging through the black hole called the lady's purse that you can't find crap in anyway.
But mind you, we don't want you rolling up on this dude trying to get the Anna Marie free hookup.
Yeah, there you go.
We're just saying he does great work and he has a clean establishment. That's all we're telling you. Don't roll up in there talking about something. They said that, no, we didn't. No, we did not.
We didn't. And your week, pretty much?
Yeah, my week's been cool. It's funny. It reminds me of the same thing happened with my wife's old car. Her Audi. Not that it was that old, but yeah, that front bumper part came off. Yep. But
what is up with that shit?
I took a few zip ties. I made that thing work, boy, and then we traded that bad boy in. I don't even think they knew.
Oh, there he is.
They didn't even know when we gave it to him.
Dude, his name, it's Certified Collision Craft. And his name's Michael.
Here, pass it. All right, okay. Excellent.
Wicked nice.
So our show producer is going to put that on the Facebook page. So, yeah, man. But, real quick, this is the Comedy Hour Live. We want to pay homage, give a shout out to one of our fallen comrades, Mr. Ralphie May.
Yes.
Just passed on October 6th. So, our condolences to his family. Yeah. And we've got friends that knew him. I think one of our former guests, Sean G. I know some others that we know. A lot of people that we know him. So I didn't have the pleasure to run into him yet. He was one of the winners from one of the comedy contest shows. And that's kind of how he got his big break.
Yeah, he was a very lovable guy. A lot of people speak a lot of great things about him.
Genuinely funny guy, too. Yeah. So, like I say, our condolences to his family. But the show must go on, as they say in showbiz.
Yeah, and we have our guest tonight.
We got a great guest coming to the
show. And you want to know, we have a guest whose name, you know how Anna Marie is with names. It's, we're going to be showing a clip, too, of some of Ralphie's work. And, Lavelle LaRue, would you please come on down?
Come on in, Lavelle.
Come on in, Lavelle. I mean, come on. Rolls right off the tongue. Lavelle LaRue.
I'm going to put mine. I can put it right here.
Absolutely.
You know, that sounds like, hey, Monica. Dude, that sounds like Lavelle LaRue. That actually sounds like a a place you could go to have a good time.
Sounds like lotion.
Step on to
yeah, that LaRue, that's a little like a Creole, like
it
a
is.
Cajun Nolans
It
spot
is.
where, you know, there's a mademoiselle or somebody who runs the establishment.
In a masculine way, yeah. I mean,
You know,
absolutely.
Lady LaRue coming down, yeah.
In a masculine way, yeah. I mean, and then on top of that, I mean, you know, as a comedian, you coming out, and every time somebody says Lavelle, they're expecting you to be dark and
Crawford or
fat.
somebody.
Yeah, so it just sets me apart from
that ain't
you know
Lavelle.
exactly.
I'm
You know,
Lavelle LaRue, lady.
the other one.
There's more than one Lavelle.
So you know, I'm
Yeah,
just,
there's a lot to be said. We talk a lot about names.
yeah, it is. So I was like, you know, I mean, even when it came to me like trying to join like the union and acting,
Yeah.
everybody was like, you know, they was like, oh, it's already a Lavelle, it's already Lavelle, it's already Lavelle. So I had to use.
So not doing
use
that one
my-
name thing.
Yeah, so always just Lavelle LaRue.
I hear
all
you.
the time.
Yeah,
so.
there was already the entertainer, so I had to be Rocky the comic. I couldn't
There it
be
is.
Rocky the
But that's
entertainer.
good
But, you know,
branding,
it's all
though.
good.
You know, I like that.
I gotta
And
figure
that's
that
it.
out.
Hey, it lets them know immediately.
I
Yeah,
like
that's what
it.
I'm about.
So
I got
wait a minute.
jokes.
Is such a thing like for me? I have a friend of mine who keeps telling me that Anna Marie is a sweet name. It's just not enough for you. And I always thought Anna Marie was a big name.
Yeah.
She's like, what about your maiden name? And she said, because your maiden name has swagger.
Well, here's the thing. It kind of you remind me of like Tina Marie too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you know what Tina Marie is?
The singer,
Yeah,
Tina Marie.
yeah, Tina Marie. You know, and just your style and everything about
Because this
her.
is a singer right here, for
Really?
sure.
Yeah.
She didn't tell me that.
No, I didn't tell him that.
She
We
didn't
weren't
tell me
speaking
that,
it. I started the industry.
Yeah,
Huh?
she didn't.
There
She
you
didn't.
go.
She didn't mention that in there.
Well, you want to know
know.
something? The worst thing was to have your dream come through. When I was little, I wanted to sing the national anthem, and then to have it become this huge ordeal.
Oh man.
To where, like, I used to have my I sang for the Red Sox, the Rays, the Orioles, and they actually had me belted out here on the show once. But it was just like I had when I came to California. My original license plate was Anthem, ANNTHM. Because the word anthem was originally taken, but
Right.
being named Anna Marie, I could play on words. So having said that, all of a sudden, all this controversy about the national anthem,
Yeah.
I wanted that plate off my car because it wasn't good anymore. I mean, I just felt like, people be nailing it around my car or something. I didn't know. But I ended up getting rid of the license plate and getting a regular California. And she said, do you want the same vanity symbol that? And I'm like, no, we're good. We're good with that now.
I love.
Say it to us.
One thing I do love. I love hearing Boston people. Because I usually say car. I like, I'm going to my car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the bar, go get a drink.
Bar, get a drink.
You
Yes.
know?
and
You ask somebody in Boston, hey, where you going? I'm going to my car. I love it. Going to the bar, get a beer.
Right. As
It's
someone
all
from
funny.
Boston.
It's all funny games till I calling you a nigga.
No.
Like, hey, I understand that, damn.
Don't pay
I know what that is.
Wait, because I love that you were touching on in doing comedies.
Yeah.
Some of the things that was a great story. One of your little bits where you actually said you were preaching
One
you
of
couldn't
your
swear.
little bits.
Oh, yeah.
That was he was enlightening me to that, and I went, "That's funny."
Well, I as a stand-up
Something
comic, I
different.
love to make the audience feel like they are part of the show. I know it's our thing. One thing I always say, if you want to do something scary, get on stage and tell a story. Comedy to me is one of the most hardest things you can do because even a musician, they can just let their music play.
right.
They can let the beat play.
Those
I don't know how
songs
many
that
times.
memorized by heart.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, I've been to a Jay-Z concert, 30 minutes, he just let the beat play. People was going sick. People was going sick.
Yeah,
he didn't even
we
start
know
yet.
them,
He
yeah.
teased you. He waited. He had the mic and he
And
keep
most
going.
rappers are cheat. They keep the mic out here.
Exactly.
Like, y'all sing it. Like
Him and
y'all sing
Kanye,
this
him
stuff.
and Kanye, dog, they kept it right here the whole time. And before you thought they just pull it back and you'd be like, damn it. But the whole time we were just waiting and then just boom, they just bust
Yeah,
into niggas in
man.
Paris and we just went crazy. Try that shit as a comedian.
Would it be? Wait. Would
Step
it be,
on your ass on stage literally for 5
That-
minutes and don't say shit and see what's gonna happen. Especially if you go to Inglewood or something like that.
yeah.
Because like when we try out new material, I learned even as a comic, like the try out new material, I go to the hoodest part of everything because no disrespect, but oh absolutely. You gotta try out your new shit. Like me, I don't like to go to where it's gonna be a white club or Latin club, because they already either fucked up before they get in there, or they happy. They positive.
They ready to laugh.
They ready to laugh. They'll make you feel like you Chris Rock when you leave.
Buddy, I'm with you.
Exactly. Right, they'll wait for you to get your shit together because it didn't work, and they like, oh, all right, and they help you.
Try it again.
Exactly. Let's see what happens. I help you out.
Here, make fun of my wife.
And she's like, yeah, they fucked up. Everybody's like, they just want to go out and have a good time.
Yeah, man.
They got some Jaeger before they got in.
Right.
They ready to go.
Wow,
for sure.
This is quite a new perspective.
They ready to go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But, and I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about getting around true niggas. That's what I'm talking about. To the point where if you don't connect, you got literally a few words to connect, and all of a sudden the phone come out. You start seeing people's light in their faces show up because the brighter their phones, and immediately you start seeing it spotlights, and you like, okay, this ain't gonna work. So what I literally do immediately because
trenches.
Is that it is, and that's to know if your stuff is gonna work or not. I do not like performing anywhere else. I go to Inglewood. I go to a lot of ground places. I usually go to the Union. Yeah. Union over there in Pico. Yeah. To try out new stuff. Yeah, to find out.
Where the pamphlet for those places on the front says, "Oh hell no."
Right, and then you get a gift certificate over there. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Why not? That's where you want to go. You want to make sure that if I can make
trial by fire.
These people, if I can make these people laugh, if I can make these people laugh at my stuff, I'm in. Because usually if I go to I leave. I feel like I'm like Jerry Seinfeld. So I see Dave Cook.
What's the deal?
I feel like I'm, got it, but not in front of them.
No,
they are wait, and then a lot of them are comedians too.
Right.
So they hackling at you. You know what I'm saying? So
they're trying to break you.
Oh, they try to. Especially if they never heard of you, and they never heard of you whatsoever. They know, like one time I remember I just came from a competition. I did my first competition. I was really fat, so I lost a lot of weight, and I was really feeling myself. I was like, that whole year I had no shirt on. Oh yeah.
Okay,
no lie, no shit. No shit. I used to walk.
LaRue,
oh my god, dude! I used to walk in the
cool jokes up
man.
In this
I used to walk up in McDonald's just to ask for water, no shirt on. Just can I get a salad? I didn't give a shit. Like,
over here,
I just was sexy flexing everywhere. Word up. I'm just. Everything I did,
Cocoa
it was
butter on my nipples, baby.
Even my wife, even my wife was like, "Nick, can you put a shirt on?" I was like, "For what? What I need to dress for?" You see this shit?
You sound like one of them guys.
Is that
why would I want to work?
Like, one of them friend requests I just leave hanging. I'm like, this dude need to put a shirt on.
Is it? Like, why would I want to work this hard and not show it off? Like, I wanted to go to every water park, and it was in the winter too when I just got it.
Fat boy's revenge.
I was so pissed.
How many years were you fat to now? Like, how many see. Now is just fit?
I got right out of Iraq. I came from Iraq, and I was injured, so I just ate. And you thinking that that somehow the weight is gonna burn off itself.
Yeah.
And then they gave me some steroids because I tore both Achilles.
Ouch.
Yeah, I tore both Achilles. So they gave me some steroids.
Damn.
Yeah, I changed this moment real quick, right? And they gave me steroids, and that boosted me up big time. I had tits and everything. Like, it was a bad time. Like, I had to wear these little spank things to hold them down.
Yeah.
So you won't see them jiggle when I walk. You know what I mean? Because they used to rub, and that was the most embarrassing thing. And no shit, man. And I didn't want to take pictures. Everybody want to take pictures with you and shit. And I was still acting, and I was getting a lot of comedic roles. So what happened was that I went to this club, and when you the big guy now, you hang around everybody that's in shape.
So when we say big, like how?
I was 300 pounds, bro. I was 300 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was 300 pounds. Big bitch, big time.
That is big.
Oh yeah.
My mother's almost that.
Yeah, big time. You try to tie your shoe and run out of breath and shit.
Oh wow.
Get your daughter to tie your shoes. Yeah. And no shit, I got that big, and I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. I was going through a lot of shit. I just came from Iraq, so a lot of stuff mentally was going on. Then what happened was that I found myself hanging around guys that were in shape. You know what I'm saying? The guys that get all the girls. And my wife was like, hey, just go out. Go experience some shit. So I went out. Remember we went out, and we went to this pool party, and I'm not taking my shirt off.
Hell no.
So I went to this pool party, and no shit. So I was stuck with this girl. Everybody's having a good time, and everything like that. I'm stuck with this girl, and she was like, she was just sitting there. And I was like, oh, well, so what's your name? She was like, oh, please.
Damn.
Just shut me down. I was like,
I can't even chit.
Yeah, I was like, oh, no, ma'am, I'm married and this and that. She was like, you married? Like that. Like, looked at me, bro. And I was like, yeah, I've been married. Like, by that time, I was like, over 10 years. I was like, I'm married. And she was like, well, you married, then if I'm not married, then, I mean, like, who's sucking whose titties?
Oh,
she said that to me,
did
dog.
She really say that?
Honest to God.
You with the Chappelle shit.
When she said, "Who's sucking whose titties?" Then and everybody laughed. And then
she said it around people.
She said it around everybody. No, it was just between me and her. I'd be like, whatever, bitch. I would have said that. That would have made me feel better.
Like,
she said it around.
I am married. You single heifer.
But she said it around all these guys. She said it around all the boys that are supposed to be my boys.
Oh wow!
And everybody laughed. You got that one friend, extra loud. And no shit, dude.
I'm gonna have to apologize because that probably would have been.
My God. Like I don't get me wrong. Like I wanted to. It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those. Like you want to slap her, but you like. I went to the. I'll never forget, man. I went to the restroom. I saw it. I was like, damn. I remember I joined 24 like through the app, and I was like on a grind. But here's the thing. You know how the universe works.
24, like
24 finish. Yeah,
24 finish.
I just joined right. I left the club. I was embarrassed. Everybody acted like they didn't want to be around me, and I was like, okay.
Like, I'm working out tonight.
Oh yeah, no shit. No, I went there like immediately. I joined. And I was like, I'm going to get this shit off like right now. But I didn't see, here's the thing. And then my dumb ass, I literally on the way there. So I was on my way there. We didn't have a car. So I was on my bus. On the bus going there. And I'm trying to read my phone to find out.
On my bus. That's when you really take ownership.
I was on there by myself. And literally I got there and everything. And as I'm reading about like fiber and what to take and this and that. So I was like, I'll just get some Benefiber. So literally I went to CVS. Got some Benefiber, no shit.
You should just go shit the weight up.
No, no shit. So I got some Benefiber and shit. Put the Benefiber in my goddamn 7-Up, which I'm not lying. I put some Benefiber, and I didn't read the shit.
It's like a tragic
I'm still thinking about what she said. I'm like, this bitch, homeless nigga looking at me like, I don't think you need to be putting that much Benefiber in your 7-Up. And I'm like, what the fuck you looking at? I'm just putting the Benefiber in. I'm shaking that shit up. Right, because you can't taste it. Yeah. I'm drinking that shit down by the pound, dog. I'm drinking it down. I get there and everything like that. I let them know, hey, I got a membership. Man, right? So now, mind you, there was a pool party. I'm in my sweats. So I get in there, right? And I'm like, my stomach started to, do a little rumbling. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it's just what happens.
Kicking in.
Right. So I asked the trainer, like, hey, where's the treadmills? Because I was ready. I saw him, but I just wanted to act like I was really ready. He was like, it's right over there. So I get on the treadmill, and I'm like, I'm just about to run this shit off real quick. It's going to be nothing. I'm black. I'm already got a lot of muscle. It's nothing to me. So I get on a treadmill, and I'm like, my stomach's still going. And I'm like, it's whatever. I'm just going to run about 30 minutes. Now, as I'm running, little poots came out. Poop. Little toots. You're nothing crazy.
You've been
okay,
in your
air.
fiber.
Not crazy. And then I remember looking at the Benefiber, right? And I was just reading it, and they say only use 2 tablespoons. And I was like, shit. And I looked at it, half of that shit was gone.
Oh.
So but matter of fact, so while I'm running, now this is the most embarrassing
Happy
thing.
trails to you.
On the treadmill, this lady comes up on me, and she was like, she's on the treadmill. She's like, oh my God, something stank. And I was like, hell yeah, I've been smelling that shit since I've been on here. She was like, oh, I'm about to leave. So she was like, baby, you got something brown on your back. And I was like, oh shit. So those toots was loose ass shit that was going down. And she was like, you shitted on yourself. And I was just it was the most horrible fucking day. It was the most horrible fucking experience I ever had, man. I got told my tits was too big for my body, and then I shitted on myself when I went to the gym. I told my wife, just fucking come get me, please. She called a fucking cab, just come get me. I said, damn. She was like, why'd you shit on yourself? I was like, baby, look.
Pick you up,
she was like, I told you that shit's gonna make you loose booty. You can't be shitting. I was like, I didn't fucking know it was gonna make my booty loose, damn it. And then the cab guy, he's Indian. He's talking about I stink. Motherfucker. You out of here. He only took us halfway. And I had to get another fucking cab just to get back home. It was the worst experience. It was the worst
and most expensive.
I know.
I'm like, yeah, you at the gym.
It was like everybody knew I was a shitty boy walking around because I had sweats on. Now every woman know. Exactly. See, summertime.
Hey, lost and found.
Thank you. I didn't bring extra clothes
with some old Adidas Umbro shorts.
Man.
I would have took whatever they had. I would have had on some Leftover spandex.
It was the most. It was
that
the most.
had to be that.
Right.
You just got demoralized on every possible level.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember, and I went to my grandma. I called my grandma.
That's that motivation.
I had to call grandma.
Yeah.
I couldn't go to my mom. My mom was gonna be laughing her ass off. So I knew. She was like, "You shitted on." So
grandma,
you just
grandma gonna have sympathy. Grandma know what it is.
Yeah, you know,
to shit on yourself.
I talked to my grandma.
Well, baby, it depends.
I told my grandma, I was like, "Grandma, I shitted on myself today." She was like, "Oh, what?"
Well, baby,
I just opened
shit
up with that
happens.
one. Like, Grandma,
yeah.
this is what happened.
Get it out quick. Yeah, pull that Band-Aid off.
I joined the gym and I shitted on myself. She was like, "What? What did you do?" I told her the whole damn story. And then she was like, you know, she had some sympathy for me and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I remember I was like, fuck this. I'm going back to school because, you know, I thought I knew what to do. So I was like, I'm going back to school to learn what to do. And
training-wise.
Yeah, training-wise. So at the same time doing comedy, you know, I got on quite a few TV shows that were comedy at the time. And as I was losing, and the crazy thing about it is like by the time I was done with the school, which took about a year and a half, I was already at 170 by that time. And then I got when I was done, I was already like around 160, and that's when like I was like super ripped. Yeah. That's when like everywhere
that's a huge and that's a huge mindset. I mean, we were talking about that early. That the mindset that it takes for people to discipline themselves,
right?
With realistic
bottom.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think you can go no further than shitting on yourself around a bunch of people.
That's it.
When you're a grown ass man, it's you know, like I mean, you get told your titties too big, and you walk out and join the gym and shit on yourself.
I got my own shit story. Don't mind me.
He's just over there reminiscing.
Right? So, you know, and then you don't even know, which is crazy. You know, you up here like, somebody do shit.
Steady running.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a part. Yeah, baby. Yeah,
so,
you got
disagreeing with the
man.
I know it. Ever since I started.
So, I mean, I was like, you know, I was like,
hilarious.
Fuck this. Oh, yeah, man. And I was just like, you know, and no shit. So I'm
still laughing at loose booty. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing. So that summer, who I run into at a Hollywood party.
Oh, the bitch.
The bitch.
She don't even remember.
Now, the dudes I was hanging around with at the time, they were all like kind of chunky now. Some got married. You know, girlfriends, babies coming.
Have turned.
Yeah, and I'm the one like, you know, I'm getting out of the car with no shirt on. You know what I'm saying? You know, where the party at? Like I was like, shit.
You can't go in the club with no shirt.
LL Cool J looking up. I was like, what's up, dude? I was like, yo, what's up? And everything was like, you know, and I was all glistening. I made sure I got. I made sure
baby oil in the car.
Oh my god. You know, Jergens too. I made sure my shit was like creamy cocoa butterish. Oh my god, like I was just ready. I'm gonna show this V off.
The door opens and everything slows down.
Oh man,
you say this V like
that?
Man,
oh man, like I was like,
you got the D'Angelo going on.
Oh my god, yeah. Just I was like, I'm about to kill him, and sure enough, I saw her. And she didn't recognize me.
Oh, of course not.
She didn't fucking recognize me. And I'm like, bitch, you recognize. I'm just like the whole time.
Zoned in on her.
You recognize me. You know, oh my God. But here's the thing, though. Here's what it even kills me. So when they was like, yo, you recognize him. Remember him? And she was like, nah, I wouldn't know him. I don't know. I was like, you recognize me. Remember my titties too big for my wife? And she was like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And then here's the thing about it. She was like, well, you look good. And walked away. I was like, damn it. Like all that fire
I used. Revenge was going to be.
Exactly. Like all my fire I had. Like I used to be in the gym, like tired my legs. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to kill this bitch when I see her. You know, like this bitch, I was doing all kinds of stupid shit to get my ass together. Like I'm like squatting and shit. And like, I'm going to kill this bitch. I'm going to kill her the moment, you know. And then when I saw it, it wasn't what I thought.
No, that's
you know, like I was like, damn, all that fire. She was still a bitch. It didn't change who she was.
Good motivation, though.
Exactly. You know, so I was just like, damn.
Wait, do you think we should have those? Make new exercise training tapes. Somebody comes in and you get a tape. Somebody demoralizing. You can put your name in here, right? So let's start out someone. Lavelle, you fat fuck.
You know what it is? It's when somebody tells me I can't do something.
Yeah,
you know, like when somebody says it, you know, that's when I'm like, really. You know, because when somebody told me, like, you know, man, you know, it takes you a long time to make it in Hollywood, blah, 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 blah. It's going to take you about 10 years. And I'm like, yeah, it takes you 10 years, motherfucker. It ain't going to take me. That's your story. You know, so it's just like, but here's the thing. So I was getting all these comedy roles, and then when I lost all the weight, I had to revamp myself.
Yeah,
because then
new headshots.
they wouldn't seeing. You know,
so you think that's true the way they see it, like that? You know, larger size, big boy funny.
Absolutely, because I was always a sidekick, and I own that position big time. Like I own that. I always like ping ponging back to you
because that's a reality for people who are heavy that are in that role.
Right,
Melissa McCarthy's one of them where. Hollywood is like, we don't want you losing that weight. That is who you play.
Well, Hollywood wants you to play a type. But I think it's different for women. Usually they do get on them still to want them to lose weight.
Right. Because number one, the thing about me is like, with my look, I don't get in front of a lot of black casting directors. Like I barely get in front of.
He has freckles.
I get in front of nothing but the white casting directors.
He's got freckles.
Sometimes you book more that way.
Hey, you know what? I go wherever it goes. But I mean, I go wherever energy flows. But that's just how it is. So, like at the time, my wife was just like managing me, and she was always getting pissed because they didn't know how to market me. They didn't know where to send me. I mean, at the time, like I remember I went out for like what was that? Straight Outta Compton, and I was like, I got this shit. Yeah, I'm from Compton. You know, this is the breeze. It was supposed to be Dr. Dre.
Middle school. I got this.
This is shit. I got this, and no shit. They was like, yeah, honey, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
you're just not thug enough for me. And I was like,
see, now I find that hard to.
I'm not. I mean, like I told you before, like
that would even make a difference. That would even make a difference.
I came in talking like us, over here, around here, like we use our annihilators. We don't say now laters. We now laters.
I was grown before I knew it was now and later.
Yeah, no, yeah.
There was a lady from work who offered it to me, a white lady, and I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. Would you like a now and later?
To do what? I don't have that much patience.
Later.
Exactly. And she said,
I didn't know what she was
exactly. So I'm using all the right stuff, and then at the time they was like, I just asked, well, what is it? Because I mean, this is our second round, and she just said, listen, you don't look like it. You don't look. All I get the cop roles.
Yeah,
I get the military roles, and I start learning. Like my wife started to, learn exactly what to submit me at and what to pitch me at. So she became an agent.
That's real important.
Know where you fit at. Yeah,
know where you fit at.
Right. So I got this idea. Like I was like trying to revamp myself. So I went to cause I didn't want to go to family members, not even people on Facebook. Like people on Facebook, they'd be nice. My family is nice. I wanted to go to people that's going to tell me straight out. So I went to downtown Wilshire. I asked people, what do you think my job would be? What do you think I'd do for a living? If you saw me on TV, what shows you think I'd be? And they told me straight out, you'd be a cop, firefighter, this, that, and the other, military. So I was like, all right, great. So I had to match that. I had to say, okay, well, my headshots is going to say this. I need to get a reel that's going to say that. I had to learn how to cry. Ain't that a bitch? Like I had to, in comedy, we have to use dramatic things that's happened and share it with the world to make people laugh. But nah, in acting, you got to hold that shit in and sit there for hours, be like with emotion. Like my daddy never loved me, nigga. And you got to hold that shit in. Wow. And, you got to hold that in.
That's a really cool
for the whole time. And then when you about to let that tear out, somebody will fuck up and you like, nigga, really? And then, and they'll be like, cut.
Back to one.
And you sit there. And,
got all this energy worked out.
Yeah, and then, I did, a few, sex scenes with comedy. That was fun. That was over with. This, but dramatic-wise, you got to sit there and, it's a little different.
Did some soap opera?
You got to sit there and you got to warn her, look, I'm not gay, okay? So, something's going to happen.
Oh, spank.
Don't mind this poke.
And so, yeah.
I'm method actor. Don't mind.
Exactly.
I'm really going to grab your ass. But just because I'm in this, baby. I'm going to be in this moment.
But it's different between, black actresses and white actresses, too. Like, white.
Wait a minute.
It is. They want, a lot of sisters, they cool and everything, but the white actresses, the ones I've been with, they want you, no, we need to do that again. You need to give it to me.
What?
They want it real. And a lot, right? They want it real. So, you have
like
to.
Like Rashawn from college.
Like Rashawn, yeah. So, so I had to learn different stuff. I had to literally go back to acting school to not, get away from groundings and improv and then go to, learning how to challenge these feelings and open up.
Craft, man.
Yeah, to learn. And then watch all these old stuff and, watch this and everything like that. Yeah.
Can I ask you, because this always struck me as in how hard everybody works at this and going to class. And then you see these little damn kids that come out and they're 7.
Yeah.
And they've just been, they're pouring it on. I mean, you've seen some actors, the young actors.
It's crazy because they're credits are longer than
right.
Well, here's the thing though. Let me tell you why. And I learned because my daughter, she's an actress, and she's doing a little document stuff and it's on YouTube. Red, yeah, my daughter Diva. Yeah,
she's got and that's her name.
That's her
Daddy
real name.
Named her Diva.
I named her Diva. Yes, I did. I should change it now to Sincere, to be honest with you, because she's something. She is
so sincere.
She is something else. But yeah, when I was in her class and everything, just to see how it works. What it is, kids, they're free. See, when you become adults, you get told no. You get told no. You get told no. And that, yeah, exactly. And, you know, with kids, your sky's the limit. You can do whatever. So they believe that. And as we get older, we start getting limitations placed upon us. You get this, you get that, you get a president.
You step into the program, sir. Exactly. Step right up. We'll fix that shit for you.
Exactly. So
who do you think you are?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah. Like, you know, and then, you know, it's just like what somebody told me the other day. You know, as far as like me leaving my group, because we had this YouTube group and we was pretty big, and we got to a point where we was like B2K and shit. Like we thought we was all of us had egos. Like we was like One Direction and everything like that. And somebody got a manager, and we had to go through the manager now. Like I was like, nigga, you in the background. You never exactly
right.
So I was like, okay, whatever. And now I have to like do my own thing and branch out and do my own stuff and everything like that. And it's like having to revamp yourself all over again. Who likes to start all over again? You know what I'm saying? You know?
Tell me about it.
Who wants to
start all
over again? So it's like,
if you had a rough start, you wanted to start over.
Yeah.
You didn't want to be the fat boy no more.
Yeah. Well, because I'm gonna be honest, like that was messing up my comedy too. Even getting on stage, I was getting out of breath.
Okay.
I couldn't laugh. If I laughed, that was it. You know, so
right. That would be the limitations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I saw Lavelle Crawford get up there, and I'm like, damn, he could do a whole hour. You know, just by like doing that. He just sits there though. He don't move too much. You know, at the time. Now he's like thin.
People don't realize how much energy,
exactly,
mental energy, physical energy it actually takes when you're performing up on stage. Again, for everybody who sees it from the perspective of the audience,
right?
And then you see like the lights are hot. You've got your adrenaline's going too, by the way. So you're in that state of fight or flight because your body can't differentiate between excitement and being scared shitless, which there's a little bit of both going on up there. There's a lot going on, right?
You know what it is? Yeah, it's before. Like me, like, because we're entertainers. And I think with us is is a lot mentalness that goes on before you actually go up. You know, it's like me, I ask my wife, and I'm glad she's my agent. And she understands. Like, she knows, keep everybody away from me. Like, I don't.
I wanted to ask you that because I'm learning that. I mean, when I had the comedian on, and if I'm going 100 miles an hour, certain comedians you can hang. I mean, you and I talked in the back room. He's got the energy, but there's other ones like where I can say to me, "Go away," because they're getting in their zone. Right, give them a minute, breathe, Anna Marie, and you realize that, like, again, I'm the audience perspective, and I never knew that. Because Rocky will tell you, I thought comedians were on all the time, but that's a general population thinks that about you guys, right?
Yeah, but what I learned, I'm gonna be honest, what I learned from doing dramatic acting is that before you get into a scene, a lot of them use music before they get into a scene. Whatever that scene is, they use music to get them to be in that scene. So anytime I'm about to perform, I use music. So I learned a lot that I learned from, you know, doing drama, to use music before I go perform. So anything that I had in my mind, anything, they would literally charge me up. So I'm not going to listen to no Kirk Franklin, but, you know, because I'm just not going to do that. But I use whatever certain type of music that charge me up because I'm not that comedian. I don't smoke weed. I don't do it. It's just not me.
I can't.
Same here. I just don't understand why so many.
You know, really? Because I'm being honest, like one of my good friends. Oh my God, he's so. You know, we all in comedy. We got this one friend that's the most talented. Like, you know, me and him both. We met up because we write jokes, but we always forget them when we get on stage. Like literally,
that's why I like hosting because I won't
hosting
forget
is cool,
and be
man.
like, oh shoot, I wanted to say that.
So, you know, I just, you know, after a while, I finally started listening to my wife, and she said, just let it all flow, and that's when it all started to just flow and then I have to now tape every set because
I gotta see what I did
exactly because number one, I gotta see. Yeah.
So you when you're up there,
I don't all the shit I'm supposed to memorize. I don't say it.
So it's kind of like an improv.
It's just an improv.
But you have a general idea. It actually is in your head.
I have to tape it now. So I can go back and be like, okay, that worked. What the fuck? Whoa, that was sick.
You're just like me. I thought because a lot of cats don't do it that way.
Right, and me and my boy, that's how we met up. because he saw my book and he was like looking through it. And he was like, "Is this your set? You didn't say nothing." And I was like, "Bro, get my damn book." And he was like, "Yo, I do the same thing," and that's how we met. But make the long story short, he smokes a lot of weed to get some. He needs to calm down before he go up there, because that right before you get up,
yep,
right before they call your name, you're like, "Ooh shit, I'm coming," "Ooh shit," and especially if they boo the shit out of this guy, you're like, "Oh my god, they booing." Jesus.
Yeah, I'm always amazed that walking through that.
Oh my God.
Walking through that. Nobody understands what comedians go through. Walking through the fear, man.
Oh man, yeah.
Especially if the guy before you or the MC has totally fucking killed it for you by doing something that sucked the energy right out of the room.
Exactly. So what I do is what he did is he smoked a lot of weed, but this is the thing, he had the opportunity to open up for Dave Chappelle. He had the opportunity to open up for Dave Chappelle. His weed man didn't come through.
And he couldn't do it.
Well, I told him, "Dog, just get up there. Dog, just go. Just go, bro. Don't worry about it. Go. This is your opportunity. He's going to take you on tour. Your manager set this up. This is just to see how you can do it. It's the same room as last week. We already set it up that his family going to be there. So even if he's not funny, they're going to make, you know what I'm saying? They're going to laugh. Woo! It's going to be a lot of that. And, we going to laugh track this shit. I Love Lucy. We going to laugh anything. And sure enough, he's like, "I can't go, bro. I don't got my shit." And I was like, "Are you serious?" And at that moment, I was like, "I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to be dependent on."
He really didn't go.
He didn't go, bro. He didn't go.
Man,
he didn't go.
I would have been like, "Give
he don't
me
go.
that spot."
He don't go. Now he sells insurance. And then he's a funeral arrangement now. He does that.
That's a reality. That's a reality about this industry that one of the things that people so you're a comedian, and I'm like, no, I'm funny, but comedy. What I've learned is it's so much more mindset, and like you said, that moment in time that defines who's great,
right,
and who's gonna, because there's a billion people doing it,
right. I never chip on that. I try. To be honest with you, I'm different. I'm never in no competition. I'm a fan of comedy. I'm never in no competition with nobody. You'll never see me come at somebody, maybe if we're coming at each other, talking about each other, that's it. But you will never, and I will go on record saying this, that you will never see me literally downplay another comedian.
So you'll laugh at their jokes.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because comedians are brutal like that.
Because I'll sit in the audience and like I'm like a genuine fan like that. And they're like, "You're supposed to sit over here with the comics." I'm like,
man, I want to see the show,
like,
dude.
I enjoy it.
And I'm a fan of comedy, and I'll root for them. Like a few of my boys now doing a college circuit and everything like that. I'm rooting for them. Like, do it, kick ass too. Please make my job easier.
But I'm weird too. Are you like this?
Make my
like
shit
sometimes
easier.
I'll laugh at the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like I might laugh at how it didn't work.
Right.
Like,
because nobody else would know that but you. Right.
That messed with us too. So I learned once again in dramatic acting. I learned you got to get out of your head. You got to get out of your head.
Get out of your head and go.
And that's just life, period. But you got to get out of your head.
That's hard.
You got to get, it is hard, but you got to get out of your head. And if you feel like you bombing, what I do is, if I feel like it ain't working, I put people involved into it. Man, what's your name? What's you? How are you doing? What you do for a living? I pick on this person. What's this? What's that? I usually come in doing that because that makes me now feel like I know them. Or as they coming in, I introduce myself to them. Because then if I touch them, I'm like, okay, we're family now. So this is going to be a lot easier.
Well, do you find that can be risky? And
for some people,
you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, but you got to, with me, I know what works. It's like even when I do on my YouTube channel now, like now I dress up like a Mexican character. His name is El Sancho.
Yes.
Yeah. And I literally go to like, my wife's going to clown me because I'm going to say this so wrong. Puerto Vallarta or something like that. I go there
Puerto
and I sing Spanish songs in front of all of them, like at the, while they're in the line.
Sir.
No shit. Yeah, I sing shit to them. I sing that shit loud too, not knowing an inch of what I'm saying, and they just bust the fuck out laughing because I'm wearing this poncho and I got this sombrero hat, and I got the mustache, and I'm just singing that shit, and they just laughing, and it's always like that. I mean, I don't look harmless, like I said, man. Like I got naturally arch-ass eyebrows. I mean, I don't look like a threat. Usually, even when I was in shape, like I would go to West Hollywood to go visit friends. Oh my God! Like if you ever want to feel, if you feel ugly one day,
you go to West Hollywood.
Just go. Just not you. But this ain't right. You need to go.
I'm good.
Here you go. Just go one time. You'll leave feeling so sexy. Like you want to get.
What made you get into? I mean, like I'm always, and I don't mean that's but I'm gonna. I mean, what point did you decide? Okay, comedy.
Oh no. Okay. Shit, that's a good one. All right. It happened because I went to all black school, and when you don't look like everybody else that's around there, you got red hair and freckles. You know, red curly ginger, ass hair. Hey, I'm a black ginger. I am represent all day. You know, I'm not fucking around. And you don't look like none of the people you're around. They talk shit. You know, they was talking mad shit about me. And I didn't have no backup. Because when you're in the hood, they going to test you. And, you know, people going to bag on you. Oh, your mama must be white and blah, 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 blah. Where you get those freckles from? Oh, and then this one kid was like, oh, you know, it looks like a grid table. You know how in math, you can connect the dots, come out to be a unicorn or some shit? Yeah, exactly. So I didn't know what to say back. I was, fuck you. I didn't know what to say. Black bitch. And then I get my ass whipped. They know how to run faster. So I was like, fuck. So I didn't know what to say. And I remember... it was this little Jewish girl. Her name was Sarah. She had red hair like me, and she had freckles, and she was white. And she was like, anybody sitting right here? And I remember I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, oh, you look so pretty. And I was like, huh, okay. And then you know, and then the little, she was like, I'm gonna introduce you to my friend. It was a little Mexican girl, you know, and that's how I was like, okay, I see who likes me, you know, and I start. Like trying to ask my cousins, you know, I went to the projects and I spent like a summer with them and everything. Like, teach me how to bag. And they was like, what you say, little nigga? You don't know how to bag? You know, teach me how to talk shit. And they was like, what the fuck ever. So when Def Comedy Jam came on, my mom and my dad used to work graveyard. And so they would just put on the TV and say, watch your sister, and they leave and go to work. And I was like 9 at the time. And Def Comedy Jam came on, and I saw,
so good.
Oh my God, right? So you know when it came back, they just, you know, play back 25. On Netflix. Yeah. I waited till everybody in my family went to sleep and watched that shit. Because I wanted my moment to see how my life changed. And I never forget it. I watched, and Joe Torre came on. And he was fearless. And he was dark, short, like a pit bull, black. Right. You know, like a rock roller. And he didn't give a shit. He share his chest, his muscle, and he would just talk shit about everybody. And I literally was just sitting there writing all that shit down. Writing so much down. I started memorizing it. It didn't come out right when somebody talked some shit to me. Your mama this. And it was so backwards. But I had it, and I had the juice. And so I just start studying and start watching it some more. And it was so funny.
That's when the magic started?
Well, yeah, when I went back to school, I started going back to school, they started talking shit, and I talked about their mama. Yeah, you know, everything like that.
You owed your mama jokes?
Oh, yeah, a lot of mama jokes.
Man, because I know I was like 5th grade, 6th grade, but it was just like, I wasn't going to fight, so I gotta find some way to get these
niggas too big. Yeah, I wasn't like them. You know, so
boy, I started learning how to crack, and then because I was evil with it though. I was like, I go for the jugular.
Oh man, I was
like, I want to hurt your feelings so that you don't mess with me no more.
I say some truthful shit.
Yeah,
we have sarcasm in Boston.
Right, I already know.
So you already know because he actually was he dated somebody from Boston.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago, right?
Another redhead. long. Way before my wife. Way.
But I mean, if you're not like I have to out in LA, I have to actually explain people that was a joke,
right?
And because people don't know how to take. Seriously.
Yeah.
And it's like, and just fucking kidding, you know?
Yeah.
Chill.
Oh, man. You guys so sensitive out here.
Oh, my God. Yeah. You got the East Coast.
Not like the L.A. Compton L.A. you talking about, but like the Hollywood L.A.
Well, yeah. They find things so much offensive, and everything,
Well, and also coming from, we owned a restaurant.
Right.
And my mother ran the restaurant, and of course, the F-bombs, it just...
Oh, yeah.
Anyone from Boston will tell you, but he says, it's just not a complete sentence without it.
No, absolutely.
So, my mother, you'd look over at it, and she'd go, what the fuck are you looking at?
Exactly.
I'm fucking looking at nothing. What the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
Get the fuck over there. And people out here are like, why are you people from the East Coast say that? And I'm like, I don't fucking swear that much.
Yeah.
And then I said,
get the fuck out of my face.
Get the fuck out of here. And then people go, you're such a pretty woman. And then you use that language. Yeah. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
Sounds like somebody from Santa Monica or something.
Yeah, well, is that what it is?
Yeah.
But all I know is it's like I've been trying to reel that in. And then there's people, and I love these people, it's for the lack of a better word. No, it's because it's just where you come from. It's,
for the love of God, please.
For the love of God. Right.
Yeah.
Say whatever.
Listen. When I was in Boston, I wore a fucking Laker jersey.
What do you think?
Exactly.
Oh my God, what?
Look at this. I was wearing a Laker jersey because I went with her. She was like, just fly down here. So I flew over there and everything. And I had a Laker jersey on. And no shit. I took that shit off with the quickness. The lady didn't even want to check me in, give me my damn bags when I got to the airport. She was like, you got the fucking Laker jersey on? Really, you fucking asshole. I was like, what? Give me your manager. The manager came and he was like, what the fuck's up with the Laker jersey? What the fuck's up with this place? Man, fuck you guys. Give my Laker just Kobe. Is Kobe the greatest player? No, Larry Bird. Okay? Really? You want to pull Larry Bird, motherfuckers? They still feel it, though. They still. Sure. Boston, and I learned, she was like.
Part of the identity.
Right, even when I saw her.
Mascot is a leprechaun.
Oh, my God.
Come on, dog. It gets no more
right.
It gets no more Boston.
I mean, that's one of the things, and even our guest last week was, it was the week before Dannon. Mm-hmm. Dannon Green.
His worst experience.
He almost didn't come on my show because we're talking with the improv, and I do the thing, and he hears Boston.
Yeah.
And he looks at me, and it's like, wait, you know what? You know how in the Three Stooges when they say Niagara, and they go, slowly I turn. I said Boston, he just turned around, looked at me, said he had the worst experience of his life. He goes, I got to tell you, you redeemed my faith in Boston.
You can't come weak when you're in Boston. That's an all diehard sports. They don't give a shit. Their team is old and nothing. They gonna still say they fucking better than you.
Yeah,
they will bleed green. The Sox, and then they got so much beef with the Yankees.
And
I had a Yankees hat on too. One time we went out.
Lord, you're just making all kind of faux pas.
We got a caller.
Oh snap!
Caller, please don't be from Boston.
Yeah, right. Who's on the line? How you doing tonight?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me. I just have a question. I wanted to know, what is the craziest thing you experienced on stage?
On what?
On stage.
Oh, me? You want to know for me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's quite easy. I actually had, let me see. I had another comedian tried to outdo me on stage.
What?
Yeah, he had his own group.
Wow.
And everything like that. And I don't have a medium. I've been trying to be like one of those comics where we can get back into our set and everybody still laugh. I'm so emotional with it. You know, like is this nigga gonna really do me like this in front of his fans? So I literally went ham on him. I talked about his nipples, how they look like bottle caps.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? Because he had one of them showing, and I was like, "You serious?" And I just went in on his belly button and how he was, and he just and how dark he was. How I didn't know the nigga was there until he smiled. I just kept going so ham on him, and the nigga wanted to fight. Immediately afterwards, and he wanted to fight me. They had to escort me behind and everything like that. And
this was his show?
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, he was the headliner for the next day. So he wanted to get there and see how it was. And I didn't know. I didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
Maybe he would have came more into the spotlight. I would have seen him then, and I would have oh, okay, that's such and such. But
so yeah, well, that
so. I can't.
So wait, was he introducing you, and he just started cracking jokes?
He was headlining for Friday's show.
Yeah,
and he was there Thursday just to see how it was.
Yeah,
and I was already on the show. I was kind of doing an open mic thing, trying to find what works for me and what doesn't. So and that was our thing. We're just trying to work out to see what works and what doesn't work. And I was bombing. Yeah, my stuff wasn't hitting hard at all. And he's like, "Get your freckle face ass off the stage."
Ooh,
from the audience.
Wow.
Yeah, he said, "Get your freckle face off." And I was like, "Nigga, talking about my freckles, nigga, nigga, you hitting? That's deep." You talking about my freckles,
shit
dog?
I can't change.
Exactly,
I can lose some weight, but
exactly, nigga. I was like, this nigga talk about I had to calm down. If a nigga called me a freckle face, I literally go back to being 6 again. I immediately you're Ratatouille.
Back to the projects.
A Ratatouille moment. You take me way back to here, and I'm like, oh no, nigga, you ain't bringing me back here. So I literally just went in on him nonstop, the whole set. Just boom, 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 back to back. Talked about his wife. Talked about whoever the girl was next to him. How you die. I just kept going, back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All that resentment from the titty comic girl.
Yeah, and then the host came, and they played the music, and I was like, no, fuck the music. I'll tell you this. And your mama. I did not give a shit. And literally my wife saw me. She came backstage, and she was like, so how'd it go? And I was like, I was just breathing hard.
Still hype.
I was like, we gotta go to In-N-Out. We gotta go get In-N-Out. I gotta calm myself down.
Man, let's go to In-N-Out. That sounds like that's my first.
Oh my god,
middle school fight. That sounds just
like my free day. Let's go get some In-N-Out. I need to calm down.
Does that answer your question?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, that was great. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Yeah, I've seen this thing where you guys as comedians, there's a like insult thing going back and forth.
It's a defense mechanism from way back.
No, they actually have it on. It's one of the shows that I was watching, and they actually had it posted at one of the comedy clubs. They come out and they stop.
Oh yeah, they bag on each other. Yeah.
But actually, one of the women started to cry for real.
Damn.
Like for real, and he's like, and the guy that was
they're
doing
deadly.
it,
like sometimes they'll research. Like if you've been doing this for a minute, and I don't think they know who they're going up against,
right?
But they prepare for certain people.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know who's gonna be at the show.
The guy,
the smart comic, really. Yeah, you know who's gonna be there.
He was like, it's a comedy show. Why is she crying? Oh, come on, man. And he was just like, man, you can't do that.
No.
You can't.
The fear, though,
crying in baseball.
Comedy.
But here's the thing, though. Like, if I had to go against a woman, I'd be like, oh shit, I need to know something about her. Because a woman
it was the guy.
Because my wife get me all the time. And she's not a comic.
Joke to try to like,
real
we'll
good.
Crack a joke just to try to like be like hurt your feelings or something.
Yeah.
Women will cut your soul.
Hell
like, they'll like
they put a bomb in your head. You don't even know about it. Like, you know what?
Louis
like my
C.K.
wife
said it best. He talks about that. Like his daughter would just like they'll
that's right.
Oh my
they'll cut you deep.
My daughter.
Well, I had to laugh because my girls are grown, and that was one of the jokes. People ask me, do you have any kids? And I say, yeah, my mother got even with me twice. I have 2 girls.
Right.
Because there's nothing like women.
Right. No.
And for that matter, I have a grandson now, and I can already see the difference. He's so freaking happy-go-lucky. Girls, there's something about him. And for daddies, forget it. They got your number. You're all done.
Oh yeah.
You're all done.
Oh
and like you're already contemplating that day. It's like one day she's gonna be standing in front of you, and there's gonna be a guy looking at you from behind her, and you're just gonna. It's just every father goes through that of just like.
Well, what it is that especially because if we did women wrong growing up, it's like, oh shit, here we go. So because I have 2 girls.
Right.
One of them, I'm like, can we marry her like when she gets 10? Like they used to do back in like theatrical day, like, back in the medieval, like, Game of Thrones.
She's all set.
And that's the little one. Like she's too quick. She's witty. She would say something. She reminds me of my wife. Like my wife, she's not a comedian, but my wife knows how to push your buttons. My wife knows how to push my buttons.
Women are good like that.
Yeah. She'll set a bomb in your head and you like, fuck ever. And then you're on the freeway like that motherfucking bitch. Really? Really? Like my wife would say something like, you're just like your father. And you're like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, whatever. Okay, that's all you got? Okay. And then you're in the car and you're like, I'm gonna call this motherfucker because I ain't, I'm really like my father. You know how I feel, motherfucker. You know how I feel about my daddy. And he's just like, it's just like a little sync. That shit. Well, they know. Y'all know.
Little time bomb.
Exactly. She know how to get you. Really, boom, and it's like you walk away, and it's just immediately you like,
But how comedy wise when you're talking about stuff like that and you're relating to the audience and you're getting the guys usually. When you have a lot of fun with that, because everybody can, relationships will always be something you can go back to safely in comedy and find that common ground. And really, that's a lot of the things, too, that I noticed, everybody says, just tell your truth. Right. Because when you tell your truth in that way, you put yourself on common ground with people.
Exactly.
And that vulnerability is what makes people embrace you.
Exactly. Like, I always talk about my fears. I always talk about shit I don't like. I talk about relationships with my kids, because I have 4. Kids, all by the same woman.
Oh, and please,
congratulations! A nigga told me the other day, congratulations.
Because say that looking for like, hello.
A nigga told me the other day.
Somebody told me, baby mamas. I got a wife.
Somebody told me the other day, nigga, congratulations. Like, really? It's supposed to get? But yeah, I talk about my fears a lot. Because I know as especially as black men, we're told to uplift something, be strong, and we have to. But like I talk about my fears, like I fucking hate possums. Like I really genuinely hate
them. Weird, especially when they
fucking
hiss and shit.
Oh my god! And we just bought this house, and this house we have in Calabasas, like 5 of them be in my fucking trash. And I just like I told my wife we got to get the. Oh my god, nigga with the long nails. The mommy bitches I used to see in the projects.
Mutant rats.
I got the beady eyes, the fucking perm and shit. The nails, the mommy bitches in the projects. Not all of them, but the ones I ran into.
Not the perm.
When I opened the sliding door,
oh my god,
and I saw it hanging from the tree.
Oh my fucking God! No, my
shit when them
is,
lights hit them eyes, they look demonish anyway.
No, oh my God! Let me fucking. I'm gonna tell you about this.
Just okay.
So let me tell you this fucking story. I got in from a show and everything, and I just got in, and I had a suit on because it was like a corporate event and everything, and my wife wasn't there yet, and I wanted to tell her how I killed it and this and that and the other. All these, it was for cops, and I was like, I killed him, baby. They thought I was one of them and shit, and everything. And
shout out to acting.
You know what I'm saying? And I open it up like, I'm actually not a cop, but I had to wear the uniform, so y'all won't fuck me up. So y'all think I'm
one of y'all.
Hilarious. Oh yeah, I'm a black man from Compton. Fuck the police.
So I can say this and everything like that. And the whole time, I don't think they realized that I wasn't a cop. And that was so funny. They thought I was still a cop. They was even asking me. They was asking me, what precinct you from? I was like, yo, it was a joke. I'm really not a cop. I kept telling y'all that the whole time, but no one got it. And I just thought it was so funny. Anyway. Really? Yeah, they thought I was a cop who happened to be funny. And I'm like, damn, they not getting it. And it was just so funny. And I got
use it whenever you get pulled over. Hey,
right?
What precinct you? Hey,
right? Yeah, 31, So, but
sorry, just off duty. I wasn't paying attention. I'm good, thank you.
And no shit. So I get in and I still have my shit on, and my wife was like, "Hey, can you go take out the trash?" I'm like, "Babe, it's like 2:00 in the morning. It's cold. Come on, I'll take it out in the morning." She was like, "Look, it stink. Go take out the trash." I was like, "All right, fuck." So I went out, got the whole trash together, everything like that, and I went, and this is a new place. It's dark around there, and I'm like, "Damn, I don't want to be no bitch." Because my wife would call me a bitch in a minute. She was like, stop being a bitch. Just go take out the trash. Like, motherfucker. All right, what's the flashlight? So I got my flashlight and everything like that because I don't give a fuck. Call me a bitch, but I ain't going to, I'm going to go out there with my fucking flashlight. So I went out there with my flashlight.
You got the real
one?
And it's the little one. Light?
No, motherfucker, I had to use my daughter one. So yeah, it was the little one. And I'm like a cop out there with a fucking thing. And I could barely see this much. It's like a magnifying glass. So I'm seeing shit. Shit move. I'm like, God damn it. Why we put the trash can way in here in the corner? So I'm like, what the fuck ever. So I lift this shit. When I lift this fucking trash up, when this motherfucking hissed. I threw that motherfucking trash and I screamed so fucking loud, yo. The fucking possum got on my back. I'm screaming my ass off. Hey! My wife was in the bathroom. I was like, I ran in and I saw her in the bathroom. She was like, what the fuck? I heard a woman out there screaming. I was like, that was me. Like the fucking possum got on my back. She was like, a possum? I was like, give me my fucking gun. She got my gun and she gave me my fucking gun. And she was like, wait. Where's your clothes? I was like, what the fuck? I was naked, nigga. I did not know. No shit. I did not know. I didn't know what the fuck happened. And then I went outside, and I kid you not, you guys think this is a fucking joke. When I tell you that it was no trash on the ground, it was no trash. I looked, the trash was in the fucking trash can. Then I thought to myself, this is a fucking rapist-ass fucking possum. Like, no shit. This nigga's done this shit before. Like, it was he watched some ID and some shit, because, like, all that shit was not nowhere. And literally, I'm sitting outside, literally naked. Nothing on. I see my fucking neighbor, Hector, he's watering his grass. And he was like, hey, what's up, fool? And I was like, nothing, man. He's like, what you got the gun for? And I was like, man, it's just fucking possum. Fucking possum, nigga. He was like, you a possum? I was like, yeah, this motherfucker, I think he tried to rape me, dog, on no bullshit. I think I almost got... And he was like, was you naked like that? I was like, yeah, man. He was like, yeah, that'll do it.
Asking for it.
And I was just like looking for it. And no shit, I walked in. I was like,
come out here looking at trash, looking all like
that. Oh my God. And I was like, yo, baby, this raping ass possum nigga tried to.
With all that Jergens lotion.
Exactly. I was like, just raping ass possum, man. I think it was serious raping. I don't know, man.
Wait, so you lifted the lid.
I lifted the lid.
In the can.
And I like kicked some shit and I threw the shit in the air, dog. And when I turned, I fucking fell and I felt the shit on my motherfucking back.
The ground.
I was like screaming, nigga. I thought.
Why in the world hasn't that made it into a script? Because that's like an awesome scene.
Well, has it been in a set?
Really?
I haven't told that yet.
That is a brilliant fucking story.
That is one of those. I'm always like eerie on like telling like shit like that, like, cause that is cause I don't like niggas like fucking around. I got friends, they fuck around, they find out your weakness. You know how we are.
They
be a possum and shit. And I'm like, cuz, really? Get the fucking
possum cut out head.
Get the fucking possum.
For the rest of your life.
Like,
yeah. So when you cut the light on,
oh my God, exactly.
You're in the
I don't like niggas knowing my fear. You know what I'm saying? Cause I stick up to any guy, but if that nigga got a possum, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
And he tried to get this ass. Like,
well,
he may
on
get
that
it.
note,
like, that's my kryptonite.
we're actually gonna wind down the show. I just found out in the last minute of this show. Shit, possum pie. I just want him to let people know where they can find him.
All right, great. Well, you can look me up anywhere. It's Lavelle LaRue. Also to my YouTube channel, which is official Lavelle LaRue. Everything Lavelle LaRue. IG, YouTube.
You know where I'm getting it from? What movie was it? There was a LaRue. Was that Jasmine Guy's character's name?
Yeah.
LaRue.
Thank you.
She was real.
Why does name sound so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
LaRue. It's a great name.
Is it?
And I can't thank you enough for coming on.
Awesome. Thank you.
So,
Thank you for having me.
With that. And
all right, so we're going to get to this one question real quick.
Bring us up.
No question from Terry. Terry said, what have you learned about yourself since you started comedy?
So the question is, what has he learned about himself since doing comedy?
What I learned about myself? I learned to face fear. I learned that it's okay to keep starting over, because I've done this so many times, in so many different body types, so many different groups. I used to do this with another guy too. We get on stage and we kind of talk. But that's what I learned. I learned that it's okay to keep starting over and
always face your fears. You never have to play possum out here. People.
Hell no. I bet not see no damn possums on my doorstep.
Dude, we take pictures, hang out. Thank you guys.
All day.
Next week I'm gonna have Jose Raymond on the show. You guys, we'll see you then.